was exciting, interesting.
He told us that remember, just think before you say.
You could hurt people's feelings if you say things to them that you shouldn't say.
When he was in a wheelchair, people started bullying him, and I didn't want him to be bullied.
And he's a world championship fencer. He's a very good arm wrestler.
My favourite part was when I went up to the front and he let me wear one of his silver medals.
And thank you, Adrian, for coming today. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you, Adrian, for coming over today. It was great fun and I really enjoyed it.
Now, at the end, you saw me arm wrestling, and what happened was that man who I was arm wrestling had been saying to me for nearly a year, Adrian, can I arm wrestle you? Because I'm such a big chap and a big guy with big muscles. Everyone wants to arm wrestle me. And so he's from Italy, and I said, no, I'm not going to arm wrestle you. And I waited all year until we're in Italy. And that was filmed live on Italian television, and I thought, right, I'm going to beat him in his home country on television live, and that's what I did. So it was absolutely fantastic, and I always love to put that on there as well. But my name's Adrian Derbyshire, and I've won 2 gold, 3 silver medals for Great Britain. And you saw a couple of swords in that movie as well. I'm holding one now, and this is a gold medal as well. And this is a saber. Now, I can guarantee every single one of you in here has seen either a TV show, a cartoon, or a movie that has swords in it. Can put your hand up and tell me which ones that you've seen? Can anyone tell me a movie that you've seen? Yeah, that's right. Anyone else? Anyone else? So what movie have you seen or film? Have you forgotten? Yeah, you forgot. It's okay. Yes, miss. Yeah. Yeah. Any more movies or TV shows or cartoons? Yes, sir. Pirates of the Caribbean, one of the biggest movies of all time, but there's a bigger movie than that. There's a movie, the biggest movie of all time has swords in it. Yes? Zorro, yes, but it's a bigger movie than that. Yes, sir. Peter Pan, yes, but it's a bigger movie than that. Yes, sir. Narnia, bigger movie than that. Yeah. Yes. No, bigger than that. Yep. Arrow. Bigger than Arrow. Let me give you a clue. Okay, the bad guy sounds like he has asthma. Who sounds like that? Yes? Darth Vader and Star Wars. That's right, Star Wars, one of the biggest movies of all time. And they have a saber. This is called a saber. And they have it's called a lightsaber, isn't it? And it's a big beam and it says whooshing noises. It's not as, this is not as cool as one of them. But this is what I compete in. And they hold it with 2 hands, don't they? And they do all this movement and hit each other. Well, in my sport, we hold it with 1 hand. But when I first started competing for Great Britain, they said to me, Adrian, apart from a speeding bullet, the tip of a fencing sword is the 2nd fastest object to hit a human being. There you go, 100 per second, that's 1 point. How fast was that? That was really fast, wasn't it? It made you jump. It made you jump. That's right. It's the 2nd fastest object, so think about it. Something coming at you nearly as fast as a speeding bullet. There's another point. It made you jump, didn't it? So you can train for 60 hours a week, you can travel the world, you can compete and train for 360 days of the year, and it can be over within 13 seconds. That's how cool it is. Well, that's the saber. But you also saw this other sword as well, the epee. And this is a thrusting weapon. As the saber is a cutting weapon, this is a thrusting weapon. So the point goes into your opponent like this. And Pirates of the Caribbean, Peter Pan, Puss in Boots, they all, Zorro, 4 Musketeers, you know, they all use this weapon. It's a thrusting weapon, it's an epee. And once again, this weapon has also won a gold medal for Great Britain. And what happens is, can you hear this little noise? Can you hear that? What happens is, when that hits your opponent, the light goes up on the board, and that tells you that we've hit someone. Now, I also have other things as well. I have my medals with me. But I also have this as well. What's this? Shout it out. What's this? The Olympic torch. That's right. Does anyone know how many holes the Olympic torch has? Have a guess. Yes, sir. Oh, higher than that. Yes, sir. Higher than 1,000, lower than 10,000. That's a clue. Yes. Oh, 9,000. A bit lower than 9,000. Yes. Oh, higher than 7. 8,000 holes. How cool is that? It's like a big cheese grater, isn't it? But it is. It has 8,000 holes. And each hole represents a person who carried one of the batons and I passed over that Olympic flame to one to another. And it was absolutely fantastic. I was very proud and honoured to carry this in 2012. And I really thought communities all got together, lots of schools got together, and I thought it really brought great luck into Great Britain in 2012. But I also have something very, very, very special indeed and very unique. And this is it. This is the Olympic and Paralympic lantern. This was one of the 10 lanterns that brought the original flame over from Greece to London and then lit the Olympic cauldron. So that flame that we passed over with our Olympic torches, this brought the original flame over. It's very, very rare. This is the only one in circulation, which means it's the only one that you can see today. The rest are all locked away in the Houses of Parliament, in the Buckingham Palace where the Queen lives, where the Prime Minister is, in Downing Street. And other places as well. They're all locked away behind a glass box that you can see, but you can't touch. But this is the only one in circulation, and it is very, very rare indeed. And one of you will be holding it today, which means that you'll be the second person in the world to actually hold it. Even David Beckham never had the opportunity to hold it, he just said no. So you'll be the second person in the world, so apart from myself, to actually hold this, and it is very, very special. And I'm going to choose someone a little bit later. So, why am I here? Well, I decided I'm an ambassador for 6 charities now, and I've been an athlete for 3.5 years. But I've only been in a wheelchair 6 years, that's all, 6 years. And I thought, this is to promote health and well-being. And I've hand cycled in London with Boris Johnson, our mayor, and I've hand cycled all over the country. In the Isle of Man, I hand cycled the TT circuit, which is where all the motorcycles are, and I hand cycled the 38 miles there, as well as lots of other places. And that's to promote health and well-being. That's to say to you guys, if I can do it, why can't you? Well, instead of watching TV or playing with your Xboxes and PlayStations, why don't you get outside and kick a ball, skip, hop, jump? Doesn't matter what it is, but get healthy and get outside, breathe the fresh air. So that's part of my campaign. But also as well, my campaign is to talk to as many children as possible in as many schools as possible. And I've spoken to over 25,000 children this year. That's a lot of children. But next year, I'm traveling over 17 countries and speaking to over 50,000 children next year. And it's absolutely amazing the response I'm getting from a campaign that I originally thought would be 4 weeks, and now it's going to 2 years. But the campaign is not also about health and well-being. It's about talking about my disability. So I've been a wheelchair user for 6 years, as I said. And what happened was, in August 2008, it was 6 years ago, I went to bed perfectly fit and healthy. There was nothing wrong with me whatsoever. But I woke up in hospital 3 days later. And I was surrounded by doctors and nurses, and they said, "Adrian, do you know where you are?" And I said, "No." He said, "Well, you're in hospital." I said, "Okay." He said, "What we think has happened is you've had a brain hemorrhage during the night. And what that means is a part of my brain just decided to pop. That's the easiest way to explain it, and it leaked fluid into the brain." But they said, "That's not it. There's a reason why you've had this brain hemorrhage. There's a reason why something popped in your brain." And so what they did was they gave me 9 spinal taps, which is to inject a big needle like this into my back, and just to see if I contracted meningitis, and I did. And he said, "But there's a reason why you have meningitis. There's a reason why you've had a brain hemorrhage and we can't figure it out. So what we're going to do is we're going to transfer you to another hospital. And they did. I went to Liverpool at Walton Neurological Centre. And I was in and out of that hospital and in and out of hospitals for a year. And what they said was, they said, Adrian, well, after all the scans, they said, you know, we found a brain tumour. And what that is, it's a fatty piece of tissue that's a very, very emotional time for myself as well as my family. But also as well, going to bed and then waking up and then finding out I had a week to live was very, very frightening for myself. But after that week, I kept continuing to wake up. Because I was going to sleep thinking that I would wake up the next day, that I was going to die. Every night I was going to bed, I thought, this is it. This is my last night. I'm going to say bye to my friends, bye to my family. But every morning I started waking up and I thought, oh my goodness, I'm still here. So a week went by, 2 weeks went by, a month went by, 5 months went by, and I'm still awake. I'm still getting up in the morning. I'm not dying, and I thought, my goodness. And the doctors couldn't understand it, but they said, it's a miracle, it's, you know, this is what it is. Enjoy life, because you don't know what's going to happen. But the problem was, because I contracted meningitis and a few other things, I didn't know how to learn, I didn't know how to speak again. I didn't know how to learn to read and write. I had to relearn all of these things because I didn't know how to do them. And I was 34 when this happened. So like you all now, you're learning to read and write and, you know, learning to speak properly and your grammar and doing lots of tests and things in English. I had to learn my ABCs again. I had to learn to speak again at an adult age of 34. But, you know, that didn't, you know, I was very frustrated, but that didn't stop me from doing what I do. But the thing is, when I came home, after a year, the first thing that I wanted to do was to go outside. That's the first thing I wanted to do. Go outside and breathe the fresh air, because I've been stuck in hospital. And I borrowed a wheelchair, and I wheeled myself up to a main road, because I wanted to go to a local shop. And it wasn't far away, but that's the first thing I wanted to do, just to get outside. And as I got to that main road, someone in a car drove past and started calling me names. Started calling me retarded, crippled, spastic. They started calling me really, really horrible names. And that really, really upset me. I actually cried right there. I cried and cried, and then I turned around and I came home. And then I stayed inside for 4 months. I wouldn't go outside because I just wanted to cry all the time. Because that person thought it was really funny to call me names for no reason. But what that person didn't realise, that after they drove past me, they had a good laugh about it. And after they drove past, they probably would have forgotten about it for the rest of their lives. But for myself, I had to stay inside because I was too scared of being bullied by going outside. It took 4 months for me to get the courage enough to go outside again. And even now, 6 years later, even though I've won all these medals, even though I've competed for my country and, you know, all these titles that I have, I still get bullied every week. I still get, someone always drives past or says a comment about me being in a wheelchair. It happens all the time. And so if it can happen to me, imagine about lots of people who are really vulnerable as well. We don't, like myself, who didn't have a voice then, was too vulnerable and scared to say anything. But I still get bullied every week. I still get bullied to today. It's crazy, but it happens. So part of my campaign is to tell you all to think about what you say before you say it. Because it really can make a difference in someone else's life where you really hurt their feelings. I want you to think about that. It's not nice to be bullied. It's not nice to get things and comments saying to you. And it's not nice at all. And it still upsets me. So I want you to really, really think about that. Think about what you say before you say it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to allow you to be the second person in the world to hold the Paralympic Olympic lantern. Okay, now, you can't eBay this, okay? You've got to keep hold of it. You promise you're not going to eBay it? Okay, well done. Alright, so it's one hand at the bottom, and then one hand on the top to hold this. Now tell everyone, is it heavy or is it light?
Heavy.
It's very, very heavy. This lantern, we'll say we're only 10 made, but it was made in Eccles in Manchester. And it was. It's the old pit lanterns that men used to go down thousands of miles, you know, and dig up coal. And this was one of the lanterns that they used, and it was adapted to hold the Olympic flame. But well done, Flynn. So you can just stay there, okay? You okay with that? Okay, well done. Okay, now I need some more volunteers. Would anyone like to volunteer? Anyone? Okay, let's have a guess. You want to come up? Okay, come up then. Okay, what's your name? Great, okay, right. What you're going to do, okay, you can wear a gold medal. Okay, come over here. Okay, well done. Congratulations. Shake my hand. You did a great job. Well done. Okay, do you want to stand right next to Flynn for me? Wonderful. Okay, other volunteers. Yes, miss, the back like you can come up. Okay, more volunteers. Yes, miss, you there. More volunteers. Yes, sir, you can come up. Yes, miss, you can come up. Yeah. Okay, yes, miss, you can come up. I'm going to pick some more of you in a second. Okay, we just line up here for me, the ones who haven't got anything. Just line up here for me. Right, okay. So what's your name? Yes. Okay. And that's how I turn. So I have to turn in big, big circles. But let's take you back. You can just stay there. So I can put your feet on. It's okay. We'll get you back. There we go. Here we go. Right. So what we're going to do is just have another go. Okay. So bring it up a little bit, and then a big push forwards. Ready? Go. There we go. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. I'll stop you. And that's how it works. Big circular motions. Right. You stay there, okay? You can, would you like a cup of tea or coffee or anything? Any drinks or anything, okay? Would you like a comic book or a piece of chocolate, you okay? Right, you just relax there, alright? Okay, you just stay there. Just take a seat. Actually, tell everyone, is it comfortable or is it uncomfortable? It's very, very comfortable. Because I have to travel so far, it's very comfortable. But why do you think it's orange and white? Why do you think I wear orange and white? Have a guess. Why do you think? Yeah, that's right, but there's a specific reason why I wear orange and white. Yes?
Is it because you're Poland?
No, it's a different reason for that, yes? No. Well, why do you think I wear orange and white? Why do you think the hand cycle is?
That's orange, and that's orange. You wore orange.
Orange is my favourite colour, but there's a reason. One more guess, yes?
Is it because it's our team's colour?
No, the reason why it's orange and white are because these are the brightest colours that I can use when I'm on the road. Because I'm so low down, cars can't see me. And because I do probably about 30 miles an hour, well, I get sponsored by the police, so I have to say I do 30 miles an hour. But yeah, I do 30 miles an hour on this, and because of the fact that I'm so low down, I have to wear bright colours so everyone can see me. It's a safety feature. And I have lots of lights and undercarriage lighting as well, so everyone can see me. So they have to be very, very brave. Let me have a look here. Okay, so are you the big chap? Yep. Okay, that's one. Now, let's have a look here. You also have to be very good as well. Okay, yes sir, you can come. Would you like to come as well? No, you just drew the name out, okay. I wish I had. Okay, so, yes ma'am, would you like to next go? Okay, guys, just want to stand here on the white line. Come on then, don't be shy. Okay, so I need a few more volunteers. Yes ma'am, there, keep their hands up. Yeah, and you as well. Okay, so how many we've got? 3, 5. We'll take a few more. Yes sir, you can come up. Yes, you can come as well. Okay, just want to stand on this line. If you can. Okay, now do you want to go down this side? Let's move this out of the way. It's okay, you'll be fine. There we go. Right. Okay. I'll need that in this class. What we're going to do is, I can talk to you about lots of things, but you have to actually witness it yourself and make it more personalised. So I've got some volunteers here, and what I'm going to do is, I think, as you the big chap. chap come over here. I think you should sit on the hand side. Okay? So what I want you to do, and just be aware because it is worth £24,000. So what I want you to do is, let's just move a bit further here, and I want you to come around this way actually. I just want you to step over it with your left foot all the way over and sit down. Okay, and then what we're going to do is you just put your legs straight. Oh, just it. Okay, so you can just chill out and relax. There you go, don't go too far. Stay there, okay? But to turn, that's how you turn. So you can only turn as far as your legs go. Okay, so you stay there. What's your name? Charles. Okay, you stay there, Charles. Right, okay. You're right there? Don't be going anywhere. I'll be watching you. Okay, so, what's your name? Eva, it's a beautiful name. Right, Eva, I think you should wear a gold medal. Eva, so you can come here. Okay, right, so you can wear a gold medal. Just watch this again there. Okay, you're a big chap. I think you should hold the Paralympic planter. You are going to be the fourth person in the world to hold this. So what's your name, by the way? Marshall. Right, Marshall, it's quite heavy, so hold it here with a handle and put your hand underneath, okay? So Marshall, congratulations, you're the fourth person in the world to hold the Olympic lantern. How's it feel? It's quite heavy, isn't it? Okay, you to this the end. Okay, this one, guys. Right. Okay. Okay, to the end. Okay, goals. Hello, I'm going to say. I'll be running up there moment. Okay. So you actually have now gold and silver medals. Alright. Okay. Now, well, it looks like I've got a few more things. Who else wants to be a volunteer? You have to be very good, girl. Very, very good. Okay, yes, you. Anyone else? Whoa. So we got. Okay, come over here. Okay, yes, yes. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3. We need a boy. Yeah, you there. Yes, that's it, you. Okay. So, ladies, how are we? Are we okay?
Yeah.
Are we excited?
Yeah.
Good. Right. I think, what's your name? Trinity. Trinity, I think you should hold the Olympic torch. So here and here, okay? Nothing spectacular, just, you know, but you're holding it here, you got no profit. Okay, now, ladies, I'm going to be trusting you with a sword. Oh my goodness. I'm sure the teachers are like, oh my goodness, what is he doing? So, what I want you to do is I want you to hold it like this, okay? And so the point is facing down, just so you don't hit anyone, okay? But there's a sword that you can over to, there you go. So you've got a sword, and you look at the face, and you can have a sword as well, same thing. The same thing, okay? And you just face this way. Okay, now, you're going to be extra specially brave today. Look, passing that helmet. Now, people often ask, what does it feel like to be hit over the head? He's going, why did you make me? Why couldn't I have had the torch? So this is a mask. This is one of my fencing masks. And if you think about it, apart from a speeding bullet, a sword is the second fastest object to hit a human being. So we have to be protected. So one of, he's sighing here, he's like, oh. So one of the main, obviously, pieces of kit we have to wear is a helmet. So, what's your name? Joseph. Okay, come in, Joseph. So, Joseph is going to model. I'm not going to hit Joseph with a proper sword, but I am going to hit Joseph over the head repeatedly with a foam one. And what I want to do, you're nervous, shaking, you okay? Let's look at you stand here, Joseph. Okay, now you sit there. Now what? And there we go, perfect. So what I'm going to do, and let me just move you back a little bit. Sorry about that, Charles. I'm not pushing you out of the way. I am actually, but you know, we'll come to you. So, any last words? Help you. Oh, well then. So, there you go. So I can hit him all day. All day. This is one of the joys of doing what I do to children. And I don't feel a thing. It's great. I can just and I can read a book. Got my iPhone. I can just keep whacking in. Now, how does it feel? Does it hurt? No, it's just quite loud, isn't it? It's just a quite loud shot. Especially when well, because it's highly protected. I'm sure your teachers won't mind. It's all day, talk to you boys and girls. How are you doing? Are we okay? So that's how we protect ourselves. That's how we protect ourselves with a mask. And then we have another piece of kit. Actually, I need one more volunteer. Okay, you sir, while you're... Oh! Okay, sorry. Can you give me a favor? Okay, so you want to do this side a little bit? Right, okay, so what's your name? Addison. Okay, Addison, right. So this is the jacket that I wear. And it has my name and GBR, which stands for? Right, and we have my stripes there, the Great British stripes. So, people don't understand how heavy these jackets are. Because if you think about it, you get to kick with a real sword, you know, on your arm and on your chest. And so this is a material called Kevlar. It's what the police wear. So if anyone tries to stab them or shoot them, you know, it actually stops. It can stop a bullet. That's how thick the material has to be, because it's a specialised material because of the sword. You know, we don't want it to go through the jacket and to injure us. So, Addison, I think you should model this for us, because I think you're the perfect size. Okay, so put your left arm in. Your right arm. Okay, turn around. Now, I think Addison looks absolutely fantastic in that, don't you? Give her a big round of applause. I think it fits perfectly as well. I think, you know, Addison could go and compete for Great Britain, you know, under my name, and I think no one would notice. You know, so Addison, what's it feel like? It's very heavy, isn't it? It is, it's very, very heavy. So if you think about it, we in a competition, we compete for 12 hours. So 12 hours wearing a mask, 12 hours wearing, you know, a jacket, so we have to keep hydrated, we have to keep drinking So boys and girls, why don't we give our volunteers a big round of applause?